Oh, for sakes, not again. Guys, this is by far the most embarrassing and frustrating thing that us guys have to deal with after going to the bathroom. Urine dribble. My underwear is wet, it no doubt smells, and it is extremely uncomfortable. So today, I'm gonna help you fix it once and for all. Hey, eyes up here, gentlemen. And you're probably wondering, Eric, are you gonna finish the rest of the video in your underwear? No, I'm not, because I have a feeling that would make a lot of you uncomfortable, and I'm not sponsored by Tommy Hilfiger, so enough with the free promotion. Let's get into the video. All right, now that I've changed out of my wet underwear, I'm a little bit more comfortable. We can continue. So first thing is first, gentlemen, you're rushing the process of peeing. And I mean, it makes sense. When we go number 2 and we have a bowel movement, we're sitting down on the toilet, we're on our phones, looking at Twitter, looking at the news, looking at whatever. But for some reason, when we urinate throughout the day and we go into the toilet or stand in front of the urinal, we want to get in and out as fast as possible. Why does that matter? Well, when you rush this process, which you inevitably are if you're having urine leakage, you are tensing up your pelvic floor. You're clenching, you're squeezing the core muscles, and you are creating what's called back pressure. So when you go to zip up your pants and hurry out of the bathroom, well, you're left with urine dribble soiling your underwear, and that needs to stop. We can no longer rush this process. And really quickly, this 5-5-5 method that I'm gonna take you through in 2 seconds, it's also gonna work if you are having enlarged prostate symptoms. So if you didn't know, your prostate, it can start to grow naturally as you get older due to lifestyle factors, family genetics, you name it, that thing can grow, and it can start causing you a lot of issues in the bathroom, such as urine dribble. So starting off with the 5-5-5 method, what we wanna do, first thing when we walk into the bathroom, whether you stand to pee or you sit down, it doesn't matter. You're going to empty your bladder normally. I just want you to pee how you've been peeing for the last 15, 30 years. Pee. When you think that you are done, the first step in the 5-5-5 method is you are going to do 5 pelvic floor contractions, also known as Kegel contractions. So what you want to do is, I'm going to demonstrate this standing. You're going to stand there in front of the toilet. I want you to relax your stomach, and next you are going to try to lift your nuts to your guts. The act of standing in front of a urinal and stopping that flow of urine and then starting it again, I think that's something that all of us guys can resonate with, and it's something that we've all done in our lifetime. That is how you contract your pelvic floor in this scenario. So standing in front of the toilet, okay, you're standing there, you finish urinating. What you're going to do next is you're gonna do 5 pelvic floor contractions. So I'm gonna stop the flow of urine, turn it back on. Stop the flow of urine, turn it back on. Stop the flow of urine, turn it back on. And you're doing that 5 times. Now, internally, because you're holding your penis in your hand so that urine doesn't fly everywhere, you should actually feel a tiny bit of a wiggle in your penis as you're holding it in your hand when you're doing your 5 pelvic floor contractions. So it should feel like a very small wiggle. You're lifting your nuts up to your guts, and you're just trying to prime the line. Get any remaining urine that's in our bladder out to our urethra. All right, so you've done your 5 pelvic floor contractions. What's next? And yes, I know what you're thinking, Eric, what's with the artwork? I don't know, I think they call this abstract artwork. Regardless, my wife and I like it. That's all that matters. All right, come on. Step number 2 of the 5-5-5 process. All right, so step number 2 in the 5-5-5 process is relaxing. Now, I know I'm sitting, but if you're standing up to pee or if you're sitting, this strategy applies the exact same way. So step number 2, relaxing, is once you are done your 5 pelvic floor contractions, again, stopping that flow of urine, turning it back on 5 times, you just need to relax and you need to take 5 deep breaths. Why are we taking 5 deep breaths? Well, remember at the beginning when I said that if you are rushing this process, you are clenching that pelvic floor and you are just creating so much back pressure that as soon as you zip up the pants, urine just spills out into your underwear. Well, this is to help you avoid that. And I know what you're thinking. Eric, you just had us do 5 pelvic floor contractions. Isn't that the exact same thing? No, it's not. It's not the same thing because doing 5 pelvic floor contractions in a controlled manner, such as standing up to urinate or sitting down to urinate, it's priming the line. So any extra urine left in that bladder that has to make its way through the urethra, it is now sitting there primed, ready to go. Now, once we relax and we breathe in, breathe out for 5 deep breaths, our pelvic floor is just completely relaxing and switching off. That's what we want because that gets us ready for the final step in the 5-5-5 process, which is gonna bring this full circle so that you never have to deal with urine dribble again and you can stop bringing an extra pair of underwear with you everywhere you go. Those days are over. But before we do that, guys, if you have not honored the gentleman's agreement already, now is your chance. The gentleman's agreement is our virtual handshake agreement where if you've watched more than one of my videos, I'm asking you to subscribe to my channel. Once you click that subscribe button, which is free by the way, I now work for you and I'm going to continue working my tail off, providing you with educational and hopefully humorous videos helping us men in all aspects of our life. So come on, go on, honor the gentleman's agreement. And then I also want you to comment gentleman's agreement in the comment section below, and I will be there to personally welcome you to our amazing community here on YouTube. Thank you all so much for your continued support. It means the world to me. I know that we are helping guys all over the world, and by us growing our subscriber count, our community is just gonna get bigger and bigger, and YouTube is gonna push these videos to more men that might need help too. But with that said, let's get into this final step so that you can finally move on with dry underwear. So step number 3 in the 5-5-5 method is we need to be doing 5 perineum pumps. Now, you're gonna need to forgive me. I am not allowed to show you an anatomical image of what your perineum looks like because that goes against the terms on this platform and the video will get taken down. So I'm gonna show you through my pants, but disclaimer, you're about to see a very close-up of my my crotch. So sorry about that. Let me tilt the camera down to show you exactly what I want you to be doing. So to recap, okay, you've just done your 5 pelvic floor contractions to prime the line. You've then done 5 deep breaths to relax and to just switch off the pelvic floor muscles so that there is no resistance when you try to get out the remaining last little drops of urine that typically end up in your underwear. Now for the grand finale, 5 perineum pumps. Where's your perineum? Perineum is right here. It is the space between your scrotum and your anus. If this is your scrotum, that's your anus. Smack dab in the middle is your perineum. So what do we do with it? You're standing in front of the urinal, you're peeing, okay? When you're done your 5 deep breaths, what you're going to do, you're gonna take 2 fingers, you're gonna place them and dig them up into the skin, into the perineum, and you are gonna pull up like this. Pull up onto that skin. So you're doing like a milking motion up towards your penis, and you're doing 5 of these. Now, the key here is, guys, you wanna find that exact spot. Again, come just off the base of your scrotum in that middle patch of skin between your anus. That's where you wanna be lifting up on the skin, okay? So again, watch closely as I demonstrate. Let me get a bit of a zoom on in here. So, zooming in, I'm lifting up my scrotum, 2 fingers underneath, and I'm pulling up like such. Pulling up just like that 5 times, and that will no doubt get the last final drops of urine out of your bladder. And I don't know if you noticed, but if you try this, if you tried this right now while I coached you through it, or if you go and try this after the video is done, it literally takes you an extra 15 seconds on top of your typical peeing routine. 15 seconds of peace and quiet in the bathroom. What do you got to lose? It's not gonna kill you. I need this done every single time you urinate, guys. It needs to become that habitual pattern. It needs to become your new habit. Every single time you go pee, whether it's at home or it's in public or on the side of the road, wherever, I need you doing the 5-5-5 method. If you're experiencing urine dribble, it's gonna be a lifesaver for you. All right, if you're like most men that need to strengthen your pelvic floor muscles, you know, the ones that we just worked when I had you do the 5 pelvic floor contractions, well, I have the perfect downloadable exercise guide just for you, and it's called my Pelvic Floor Strengthening Blueprint for Beginners. It goes through all 3 different contraction types: the simple contraction, the endurance contraction, and the power contraction, including the 3 different positions that you need to gradually scale up in to achieve maximum strength in your pelvic floor. Now, what's the benefits of strengthening your pelvic floor? Number 1, you're not gonna have any urine dribble. Number 2, you're gonna be able to fully empty your bladder every single time. Number 3, you're gonna have harder erections. Win, win, win. Because if you didn't know, the pelvic floor forms the foundation of your erections. And number 5, well, there is no number 5. Those are all the benefits you're gonna get through strengthening your pelvic floor. Now, if you wanna check out my program, you can view it. It's gonna be linked in the description and in the pinned comment below. You can download it, you can follow it. It's 8 weeks in duration. I built it myself. This is what I use with all of my online coaching clients, and I have gotten incredible results for my clients with this one program. So just go check it out. If you wanna support me, it'd mean the world. And if you wanna fix your pelvic floor, that's a win-win. Anyways, remember, regardless of your situation, keep going, and I'll see you in the next video.